Welcome to the Ambitious Coach Podcast. This is a place where driven, determined coaches learn how to get off the business growth struggle bus and learn how to build a wildly profitable online coaching business. I'm your host, Allison Henderson, corporate dropout to six-figure social media business coach. I'm going to show you how I've been able to create the business of my dreams organically, all through utilizing my social media platforms. So pull up a seat, take some notes, and get ready to see your life and bank account transform. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the podcast. So I lied last week when I was like, this might be my last podcast episode. Well, no. I just had a lot of things in my mind this week. I'm feeling good. So I am in my office and I was like, I want to record a podcast episode around my favorite topic right now, which is feeling alive, bringing joy into your world, doing things that really light you up. And so I think, you're going to hold me accountable here, but I think starting maybe tomorrow or today, today, I want to do 365 days on my Instagram of just things that bring me joy. The more that I get deeper within myself, the more that I'm realizing the whole purpose of this whole life is to do things that are really making you feel so flippin' alive. And you guys might relate to this because I know a lot of you guys are like me. You might feel really lonely in your world because there's nobody that gets what's going on inside of your brain, inside of your body, inside of your soul. And the more that I talk to my coach, because I have a really good coach right now, and she's kind of making me come to my truth of like, Allison, like, what do you want to be known for? Like, what do you really want to do in this world? And a lot of it's just like, I just want to help people see that their lives can be so flippin' amazing, But the brain stuff, the thoughts, the beliefs, like get in their way. Like society for so long has been telling you to act this way, say these things, do these things in order to be successful or to live a good life. When it's like, what if none of that was true? Like I have to go back to a lot of like my childhood shit. Like my parents, they were great people, obviously. They still are. They're so amazing. I wouldn't trade my parents for anything, but, they were very much taught, like, go to school, get good grades, be perfect, right? Like, look a certain way, act a certain way, wear these clothes, and it's just like, okay, cool. And like, you graduate college, you get a job, you get married, you have kids. And it's like, you're kind of like fitting yourself in this box your whole life. And when I quit my job almost 10 years ago, my corporate job, I was working in Chicago doing radio and radio and event sales. And I just like woke up one day being like, there has to be more to life than this. There has to be more to life than just waking up, going to a job that was very meh, right? Like I was pretty miserable at that point because I was like, I know there's more to life. And I did a lot of traveling when I was in college. Like I studied abroad in Cuernavaca, Mexico for a semester. And then I immediately went to Florence, Italy for a semester. And so I was gone out of the United States for like 6 months. And during that time, I just learned so much about myself. Like I had a lot of like self-discovery moments. And so much of what I learned was, wow, life can be really fun. Life can be really amazing. And then I get home and guess what happens? Like I'm like doing my last semester of college and I had a horrible reverse culture shock. It was so bad. I was really miserable when I came back and, just kind of getting back in the swing of things. And it's like, okay, I graduate college. And I was like, okay, now I got a good job. And I just remember being like, God, this is so boring. And it's not that I like wanted to travel 24/7. I think there is a part of me that still loves that nomad lifestyle. Like in my brain, I'm like, that just sounds so fun. But now I have like kids and I love my home and stuff. But like, there was just a part of me that just knew there was so much more to life than just having a job and like getting 2 weeks of vacation a year, And so, when I quit my job, my whole, like in my brain, my whole thing was like, what's my purpose? Why am I here? Like, what's my life assignment? Like, cause I feel like I was really being called to that. And I know a lot of you guys might kind of have that in your heart right now where you're like, I know I'm meant for more. I know there's something in my soul that is bringing me to learn more about business or to really start this business and go all in on this business because this is my avenue that will get me to that freedom. This is that avenue that's going to get me to feel that peace that you crave every single day. And the one thing that I really pride myself on is like, what do I really want? Like, what are my values? And like, how can I create a job around that? And that's kind of what I did. Like, I invented this job, by the way, like being a podcaster. Like, yes, there's now a ton of people that are podcasting, but like, pretty much like, I was like, if I can create a job for myself, what would it be? And so when I quit my corporate job, decided to become a life coach, right? I got certified to do that. And I was like, when I first started, my whole thing was, I just want you coming back to your true self. And then somewhere along the way, I became a business coach, which is fine because my degree was in sales and marketing. This is like what I was really being called to do, was help people with their content and help people with just learning how to communicate with people through the internet, right? And to get people on sales calls. That's still going to be a main piece of my life. Like that's not going away because it's a skill set that I've really mastered and I'm really proud of that. But like I created that job. Like it wasn't something that like all these other people were doing, right? It's not like I applied to be a business coach. Like I was like, I'm going to create this. I'm going to have my own methodology. I'm going to teach people these exact things and they're going to be able to get clients out of that, right? And I want people to be so confident in themselves and see the potential. Like having your own business is limitless. There's limitless amounts of money that you can make. And there's so much joy that can be had, but we get so wrapped up in the brain stuff. But like, let me go back a bit. When I first started my business, it was all about, I want you coming back to your true self. I want you having less stress, less anxiety. And what I know about stress and anxiety, if you have chronic stress and chronic anxiety every day, it's simply because you're not living your truth. You're not living the life that you really want to be living. You're also this is something that I had to learn over the last few months, was like, I just need to realize how much abundance I already have and what a privilege my life really is right now. And everything that I have or have done or am able to do every single day is because I created this. Like, this is the reality I decided to create for myself. And in just being so much more appreciative of that, instead of me constantly being in this lack mentality or the scarcity mentality of like, but I still don't have this and I still don't have that, blah, 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 right? Honestly, like I don't have any goals for 2026. Like I really don't care. Like it'd be great if I made more money. Awesome. But like, honestly, what I really want is to wake up every day just being excited about my life and feeling so alive within my body and having things to do every day that bring me joy. So that's why I'm like, I should do this joy challenge where I'm just showcasing these little pieces of my life every day that really light me up. And it could be as simple, guys, as like my cup of coffee in the morning, but it could be as big as like I'm booking a trip to Japan. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I'm just making that up, but maybe I should. Maybe I'm manifesting that. Manifesting a trip to Japan, everyone. But yeah, so I don't want you guys overthinking your life, really. I want you sitting here going, wow, the simplest little things bring me so much joy. I'm so in awe of the little things in my life. And because of those little things, it adds up, right? Like when you're grateful and you're appreciative and you just sit there and go, wow, what a privilege it is for me to be able to take my kids to school every day. What a privilege it is to be able to sleep in and have my husband drive my oldest to school every day. I hate waking up early and my husband knows that. So he takes my oldest daughter to school. She has to be at school at 7. She has to be there by like 7:40 or that's when they start. So she has to be there. She leaves the house at like a little after 7. I'm like, that's so early. I don't want to wake up before 8, honestly, every day. But anyway, I do like waking up early sometimes. But yeah, what a privilege that my husband doesn't even make me feel bad or guilty. And my daughter doesn't either. Like nobody cares that mom likes to sleep in. But it's just one of those things where I'm like, wow, when I start adding up all the amazing things in my life, I'm really, really abundant. And so this podcast episode really isn't necessarily like how to do this, how to life, or how to do businessy things. It's just like, I just want to, I guess, bring awareness to you and your truth and how you want to wake up every day. How do you want to feel all the time? And yes, money can help you so much. I am, I guess, really privileged that I'm pretty much debt-free right now. Like I have a coach right now, so I have like that on my credit card. But like other than that, like my cars are paid off. My house is like my mortgage I still have, but like it's a minimum payment. Like, it's just like, God, like I do I don't have that emotional financial stress that I used to have when I was like, oh my God, I have to pay my student loan off and I have to pay my car. I have a loan out for, I bought a Sleep Number bed. So I was like, I bought this bed. I got to pay this. It's like, he had all these, but I'm like, okay, now I don't have that. And so I can take a deep breath. So I understand right now, if you're like, Allison, I am like drowning in debt or I'm drowning in bills. Okay. I get like why you'd like, I want strategy, but like, while I was doing paying off all that stuff, right? While I was in that like stress mentality of I had to pay my bills and being just financially responsible, like I wish I can go back and tell myself like to just chill out, that you will pay this off. Like you stressing about it isn't actually going to help at all. And what I know to be true about money is like, it's not attracted to stress. Like if you want more money, it's not to be more stressed out and to worry about more money. It's actually to have more fun, do things that bring you joy, be a little wild. You know what I mean? Have a glass of wine and just flip and relax, just relax. And I think so much when we first get started, and maybe you're not like this, but like when I first, I was worrying all the time, like when, where are the clients? Like, and it's like, God, if I can go back, I'd just be like, relax. Don't get so wound up. Relax your nervous system. And this is what I know to be true too. Like when your nervous system can't actually handle more, it's not going to give you more. So the reason why a lot of us aren't millionaires or like we don't have 20 clients a month or whatever is because we physically and emotionally cannot handle that. Imagine if you got like 10 people asking for refunds right now because you literally had 1,000 people in your coaching container or something. Like I think so many people want, I want this big community of like 1,000 people. I'm like, okay, cool. But like, what if 10 people in a month asked for a refund because they really didn't want to be a part? Like, though, I guess I just want to tell you that could be the reality, right? And it's like, oh, could you emotionally handle that? Because I know a lot of my clients, when they get a rejection or when they do get a refund request, like they freak out and they let it ruin weeks of their life and they make it mean so much about them. And it's like, all right, we need to learn here. We need to build up some emotional resilience so that you can handle more money in your life. Anyway, those are just some like really random thoughts there around that. But like, yeah, I don't want to say I'm just waking up right now, but like there's a part of me that's having a different type of spiritual awakening right now around my business and what I want it to look like moving forward. Like, I don't want to put you guys all in boxes of being like, just do these 5 things and you're going to get clients. Yes, I can definitely give that to you if you want that. But really, it's like, how do you want to wake up every day? What are the things that bring you joy? What are the things that really light you up? And how can we do more of those things? You know, like that's really the core part of like life right now is like waking up in this, like you've been kind of just put into this box like your whole life. And it's like, now you get to design your life the way that you want to design it. I'm hoping I'm making sense here. And I'm not like, you guys are like, okay, Allison, you're crazy. Even if you think I'm crazy, hopefully there's some truth here though, that you guys come to realize within yourself of like, you've been living possibly, I don't want to say you are, but you might be doing things every day that you've just been told to do that you actually don't want to be doing anymore, right? There's like a certain, like even with my own business, it's like you can sit there and go, I like this piece of the strategy. Cool, I'm going to keep doing that because like I know if I keep doing the things in my business that bring me joy, then likely like that's the avenue that I'm going to take to get leads. That's the avenue I'm going to take to whatever, you know what I mean? I really love Instagram. I love content. I love coming on my stories. Well, okay, Allison, what if you just did that? Like, is there a part of you that maybe feels like that isn't the right way to do business? Like, right? Like, there's so many people on the internet that's all they do, right? It's like, so sitting there being like, okay, if I could create my own strategy because these are the things that actually I really enjoy, what makes me think that I can't get leads that way? Like, am I making this out to be harder than it actually is? Like, these are just like questions, by the way, I can't answer these for you right now. Like, I can barely answer these for myself right now. Like I said, I'm kind of going through my own awakening of like, what do I want my business to look like and feel like moving forward? You know, this is just, these are hard conversations to have. And my current business coach right now, it's kind of funny because she's like, I lure you in, like, come here, little girl, with some candy. Like, she has like candy. She's like, I dangle candy in front of you, which is like, I'm a business coach. She's like, but when you get into my container, it's like, who do you want to become? And it's like, who are you to your core? And we have really deep conversations. And yesterday on our call, she's like, Allison, I hate to tell you this, but like, you're a really deep person living in a shallow world. And it's so lonely, isn't it? And I immediately start crying because it's like, oh my God. Like the reason why I keep hiring coaches, it's not because I need strategy. I don't need strategy. I know what to do. I've been doing this for a really long time. I know how to get clients. I know how to make money. But I hire people so I can go deeper within myself of like, who am I to my core? If I can start shedding all the pieces of that identity that like, I've just been like, oh, I like how she does this, so I'm going to do that. Oh, I like how she does it. Oh, I'm going to do that. And like, you start like having these identity, like characteristics, these things like, you kind of start adapting to like, I just want to be her. So I'm going to do things like how she does them. And so it's like, but is that really me? Is that really me? So it's kind of like shedding pieces of this identity that like, it just no longer serve me anymore. And I know a lot of you guys probably have that. It's like the perfectionist inside of you, the people pleaser, the person that just shows up and does stories and like feels like she has to smile and say the right thing. And she re-records it 100 times because she has to make sure she does it right. Like I've done that too. I've been there. And so it's like moving forward, and I said this in the last episode, is like, in order to get clients moving forward, like we need authenticity. We are so thirsty for people to be real. And this has been the case for a long time, but it's true. And a lot of you probably feel lonely because you want to go deeper. You want to be more vulnerable. You want to share the truth. You want to share the truth. And you just feel like, but I can't because like maybe people won't like me. I want you attracting your tribe of weirdos. You know what I mean? I want you attracting your tribe of weirdos. And it's going to be hard to do that because you are so worried about what people think. And I'm the same way, guys. I feel like I've been playing it so safe probably my whole life, really. If that's like the hard truth there, But yeah, I've obviously been really successful, luckily. But like, and I'm not changing I'm not changing who I truly am to my core. Because that's just not, I am who I am. It's not like I've been like putting on this fake, what do you call it? Facade? Is that the right word? Facade for like the last 7 years or by any means. Because it's just not true. I feel like I've really let you guys get a chance to know me. But like, yeah, I just know that in order for my business or for even me to be really happy in my business, like I need to do more things that just light me up, that really bring me joy. And I'm just now bringing awareness to like, what could that really look like for me starting today? Like it doesn't have to be 2026. It's like starting today. What if you could do more things in your life, more things in your business that really lit you up? What would those things be? Because I know when you don't want to do something, and I'm not saying like don't do content or something like that because that's just a part of owning a business. But like, could that be more fun for you? What kind of content would be fun for you? Some of you guys love writing. Cool. Then like write more. Some of you guys are really magnetic and do so well on video and are so gorgeous. And like, you just have such a magnetic presence to you. Well, then cool. You probably need to do more videos. And so when I was thinking about like, okay, what would really bring me joy to start like creating? Like if I could really be a creator and an artist, and if I can do that through social media, like how would I show up? Like what would be the things that I'd want to talk about? And like I personally, in the future, like maybe within 2026 even, like I want to do like more joy retreats. Like yes, business can be a part of it. Like I'm happy to talk about business, but like how can we just relax and like really have a joyous weekend where you feel so alive within yourself? And some of you guys might not even be able to answer that question, like what makes you feel alive or what brings you joy. Like that was one of the first questions when I saw my life coach psychic lady many years ago. And I know I've told this story before, but like she asked me like, what brings you joy? And I immediately like burst into tears because at that point I just didn't know. And I kind of had a moment like that this year when I hired my newest coach, where she kind of went through that and she's like, what brings you joy? And I was like, oh, like, God, why is that question so hard for me right now? And so she had me just kind of write down everything that brought me joy. And I had like, I don't know, like 7 pages of like in a Google Doc of just things that really brought me joy. And she's like, Allison, I've never seen anybody have this many things in their life that bring them joy. And I'm like, God, I probably could have added more stuff. But like, so she's like, why don't you do like a challenge for yourself? Like, why not share these sort of things? Like every day, share something that really lights you up. And it doesn't have to be, like I said, like, I'm going to Japan. It could just be something so simple of like, I love sitting with my journal and lighting a candle and just telling the universe and telling, having a conversation with God, whatever that is. I don't know. It could be just, like I said, really small things of just petting your dog, loving your cats, having a call with one of your best friends. I'm hoping, like I said, I'm hoping this episode, I probably have been talking, I don't even know how long. I feel like I don't even know, like the last 10 minutes of my life have been kind of a blur, but I'm hoping I'm getting my message across to you guys of like, you were meant to live a really great life. And it's up to you now to go, okay, what brings me joy? What are things I need to cut out that I keep saying yes to, but I really need to say no to? Don't bring this stuff with you into next year. You got to let those pieces of yourself go if you really want to live a great life. All right, everyone, thank you so much for listening today. And I'll see you again soon. Bye, everyone. Thank you for listening to the Ambitious Coach podcast today. A couple favors before you go. If you found this episode helpful, please take a screenshot and share it on Instagram. Most importantly, don't forget to tag me at Allison Henderson _coach. That's ALLISON Henderson _coach. And lastly, please take a minute to rate this episode and leave a raving review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you tune in to listen. Okay, ambition is great, but it's time to get to work. Take action and commit to being 1% better every day. Once again, thank you for tuning in, and I will see you again next week.